All right. Hey, everyone. This is Stormy Vins from the Stormmaster Weather Center. I am popping in real quick. We've got two different storms right now that we're looking at, but our main one is going to be down here with a tornado warning in Calhoun, Texas. So far, it is just radar indicated. Um, let's see if we can see any rotation. Mm, all right, so I'm seeing some hail, wind, heavy rain bands. Let me see if I can get. If so, this may be what they're looking at. Mhm. Unfortunately, we're getting further away from the radar and more out to the water, which makes it a little bit harder. Okay, so that was our new scan. So I am seeing out here on the Outer Banks, which again, because it's getting so far from radar, it makes it a little bit harder to judge its accuracy. But I'm not seeing any. I lied. Okay. So over here by 1289, I do have a little bit higher reading, about 71. So you got about 70-mile-an-hour winds going. Make sure we're still inside this warning. So this warning is for central Calhoun County and South Texas until 10:45 a.m. Excuse me, allergies this morning. It was radar indicated near Indianola, or 8 miles west of O'Connor, moving southeast at 10 miles an hour. So right now it is moving really, really slow. So it's going to take a little time to even get out of the area. So let's see if we can. So this is going to be in Indianola. Let's see. Port O'Connor, you're included in this. West Tribal Lake, State Highway 185 East, 1289. Let's see, 185. Trying to see if there's anything else. 238, you are also in this. Let's see what the new update showed. So anybody in this area, you need to be seeking shelter. You need to be getting in your safe place. just in case, make sure that you have your phones charged, that you have a flashlight. If you can wear a helmet or something to protect your head, that would be advised. And there is still a severe thunderstorm warning for this area as well. But right now, our main focus is on this tornado warning. So let's see. So you don't have too terribly long left on this warning. You've only got about 12 minutes. So hopefully this should move out. Again, it is moving pretty slowly. There's a little bit of lightning in here, not a whole lot. So yeah, this is definitely something I'm gonna want to keep an eye on, just because of what's going on. We do have as well a severe thunderstorm warning that is toward possible, or actually we have two of them right now. So we have one over here in Lake Jackson, Treasure Island, just southeast of Angleton, Texas. A Surfside Beach, Freeport, Oyster Creek, parts of Jones Creek and Oakland. You guys are included in this. I do see a little bit of a hook. So this is definitely something we're going to want to keep an eye on for sure. Yeah. So this is something we're definitely going to keep an eye on, just in case something changes. Let me go look at this. All right. Yeah, this is one that we're going to want to keep an eye on. It is currently, let's see. All right, this is a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Brazoria County in southeastern Texas until 11. So you guys got about 30 minutes left. A severe thunderstorm was located near Oyster Creek or near Clute and is nearly stationary. So this is not moving hardly at all. Landspouts also reported in the area by local emergency managers. For those that don't know, those are spin-up tornadoes that happen over water. Now, they can cross over onto land and become tornadoes, but if they stay in the water, then right now they're considered landspouts. So those have been reported. So we definitely have some spin-ups going. We'll definitely want to keep an eye on this in particular. Right now, you've got wind speeds up to 60 with quarter size hail. So that can be damaging to cars. That can hurt. So if you do not have to be outside, please stay home. If you are driving, it's best if you try to seek shelter, just until this moves over and passes. The locations impacted are going to include Freeport, Clute, Surfside Beach, Richwood, Jones Creek, and Oyster Creek. So if you are in any of those areas, you're going to want to be ready to take shelter just in case a tornado warning is put out. But right now we do have some land spouts that have been popping up. So we'll want to keep an eye on that. Looks like they dropped that tornado warning, which is wonderful. I absolutely love that. We do have one other tour possible, which is right inside of the same one that we're watching. So we've got two different severe thunderstorm with tour possible. Again, this is probably going to be, let's see. Okay, so over here for Calhoun, Texas, is another one that has severe thunderstorm warning with tour possible. So this just means that there's indicated, or sorry, correction. There is a severe thunderstorm near Seadrift, moving at 25 miles an hour, which is still slow, but a little bit faster than the other one further west of here in Texas. There was radar indicated rotation. This does not mean that there is a tornado on the ground. You need to be prepared. You need to be in your safe place already. This being the lowest floor of a building, a bathroom, you want as many walls between you and the outside as much as possible. If you make sure you put your shoes on in case you have to walk over any debris, a helmet in the event that there's debris. I'm just looking here, see what I can see. I'm not. Oh, it's not what I want. All right. So this is saying 60-mile-an-hour winds. I'm not really seeing that at the moment. But we will, again, keep an eye on this area just because it is potentially tour possible. Sea drift, again, you need to be ready to take shelter. Do not go outside. Do not watch the storm. Just make sure that you're in a safe space with enough, as many walls as you can between you and the outside. Make sure that your phones are charged. This is going to include 185, 289. Let's try and get some street names in here if we can. Um, So over here by Seadrift, there is East Broadway Avenue. You are right on the edge of this. It looks like the outer northeast side of Sea drift is going to potentially see this area. Yeah, so West Austin Avenue, North 2nd Street, 3rd Street, 4th Street, 5th Street, Frisco Avenue, Dayton Avenue. You guys all want to be prepared to take shelter just in the event that it is needed. So we do have a report of 1-inch hail in the area. Yeah, so I can see some slight rotation, but I don't necessarily see anything too overly concerning. I mean, you're getting a lot of rain, a lot of wind, potentially some hail. Let's do this. So here you can see just how high the storm goes and what we're looking at. So it is pushing out to the southeast. I'm not necessarily seeing a whole lot of hail, which is good. But I will continue to keep an eye on that just in case. Let's go over to our other tour possible. It's got quarter size hail as well. It's going to expire soon here as well. Okay, so yeah, this one could potentially be having some rotation here as well. I definitely want to keep an eye on this one in particular. It is going to be moving out in about 14 minutes. So that's good. I doubt they're going to extend it considering that it's going out into the water. You could still have potential water spouts popping up. Freeport, Jones Creek, Lake Jackson, Treasure Island, Road 523, 32, 257. You are all in this area, so you should already, and Surfside Beach, Oyster Creek, you guys should already be in your safe space just in case. Make sure that your phones are charged. If you should make sure that you're wearing shoes, your phone's fully charged in the event that you have to walk over debris or anything happens. Right now, I'm not seeing anything that indicates a tornado on the ground. This is just simply that there is rotation picked up on the radar. It has not been observed. There is a little bit of lightning going on here as well. You've got some heavy bands of rain. Let's see. Yeah, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So that can do some damage as well. So the area that I'm looking at right now, let's see if I can do it, is right here, northeast of Freeport, potentially over here by Lake Jackson, but mostly this one by Freeport. These are the ones that I'm looking at the moment. So we are just going to watch this. Let me go look at some of the others in the meantime. Because right now, all of our severe thunderstorm warnings are here in jump over to the other one. So this severe thunderstorm is not tornado warned or indicated as possible. This is going to be out by the East Montagorda Bay. It's going to include Palacios, Tres Palacios Bay, Matagorda Bay, Indianola, just southeast of Port Lavaca and Port Comfort. You're right on the edge as well. Okay, looks like we do have a report in Calhoun, Texas. You have 1-inch tree limbs broken and shingles blown off of roofs. So yeah, that sounds about right with the winds that they have. This one is tornado possible. So I'm not surprised. We'll definitely, could potentially see some spin ups. Let's see if I can see any rotation. Okay, so if there was an area I'm potentially looking at, it would be right in this area, just over San Antonio Bay, which could mean that we could end up with some water spouts. You're going to see a lot of heavy rain, some gusty winds. There could be some little bursts that are a little bit more than 60 mile an hour. But we do want to, make sure. New scan came out. Yeah, so this is starting to move out, which is good. We like that. So those tour possible in Brazoria and Calhoun, Texas. You got about 8 minutes left on those. I don't think they're going to extend those out. I really don't. Um, yeah. So these warnings should be dropping out here pretty soon, just because they're moving out towards the water. Bay City, Lake Jackson, um, West Columbia, Angelton, Cedar Lake, Old Ocean, Sweeney, Brazoria, Jones Creek, and Freeport. You guys should be seeing rain, and some gusty winds coming through your area. I know you've already had some come through, but you should be getting another round. I am not overly concerned right now about that area hitting. I'm not seeing any signs that there needs to be concern. Oh, we got a new alert. And then that's some rain. Yeah. All right. If you guys have any questions, please comment. We are still working on being able to view all of those comments while doing the live. Um, yeah, about 6 minutes left. Okay. So while we watch those, let's. So the Tampa Bay area, you do have a enhanced risk today. You're gonna potentially be having some gustier winds. There is an elevated fire weather condition uh, that will likely be put in place. You could be seeing gusts 15 to 25 miles an hour. And so we'll want to keep an eye on that. So kind of like right here in between Vegas, Phoenix, Santa Fe, little part of Denver. You guys are potentially going to have a fire warning. Now, what I'm doing is looking at a very aggressive future forecast. This is just kind of telling me what could potentially happen and what to be looking at. We do have some areas that are without power. Yeah. Okay, so they extended out the severe thunderstorm tour possible. This is going to include Holiday Lake, Angelton, Snipe, Brazoria, Lake Jackson, Jones Creek, Freeport. We're going to include roads 35, 2004, 288, 523, 332, and 257 along the coastline. Let's see if we can get any more little towns in here. Yeah, Bailey Prairie, Van Pelt, Bastrop Beach, Hoskins, Port Morris, Mims, Clute, Gulf Park, Oakland, and Perry Landing, and Old Brazoria, and Seahorse Estates, and Key Largo, and Lazy Palms. Okay, I think that covers everybody. So this extension has been put out for an hour and 2 minutes at 60 miles an hour. Tour possible. Let me walk back over. Okay, so this is going to be for southwestern Galveston County and southeastern Texas and southeastern Brazoria County and southeastern Texas as well until noon. A severe thunderstorm was located over Oyster Creek near Freeport, moving at 5 miles an hour. So yeah, this is moving super, super slow. This is definitely going to take a while to get out of the area. So I would not be surprised if we have some more flash flooding, just because of the amount of rain that's being dropped in one location over a long period of time. There has been a land spout that's been observed, which we already talked about, so that's something we need to keep an eye on. Still penny-sized hail, which still won't feel good if you get bopped in the head. So if you can avoid being outside, you should. If you're on the road, please do not cross over any running water or areas that have low-lying water. It does not take much to move a vehicle and sweep it away. So turn around, don't drown, please. In the event that there is a tornado, you guys should already be ready to go into your safe space if you're not already there. You need to make sure that you have shoes on in the event that you might have to cross over possible debris. And you're also going to want to make sure that you have like your phones charged, have a flashlight. I'm still looking at this area by 523. I kind of want to see what it does, and then over here by Lake Jackson. So there's a couple areas I want to watch. That was a new scan that just popped up. Yeah. Let's check this out. I'm not seeing a terrible amount of heavy winds at the moment. So I'm seeing gusts of around 30. 31. 38 over by Freeport, Surfside Beach. I mean, we do have some winds. Looks like I have an 82 reading, but it's just outside of the severe thunderstorm warning. Also, the closer you get and the further away on the outer edges, once it gets away from the radar, those become really tricky areas just because the radar doesn't get quite as good of an image or data. So sometimes we have these breaks in it that can kind of make it hard to see what we're doing and what's going on. Like this is super close. It looks really pixelated. It's just because we're so close to this radar. Oh, okay, wonderful. So they dropped all of them except for this particular one that we've been looking at. So you guys have still the tour possible. Um, Still moving really, really slow. So we will keep an eye on this one just to make sure that we're not seeing anything pop. Um, okay. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this. Let's do another scan just in case. Okay, yeah. So I definitely think I'm seeing a hook right down here. Let me right in this area. So just barely east of Oyster Creek, right between Seahorse Estates and Oyster Creek. Um, I'm not. It's not super tight, but it is there. Thankfully, it's almost out. It's working its way out to the water. Let's see. Again, I'm not really. Let's try another. Yeah, so I'm getting about 30-mile-an-hour winds over here in this little area of possible rotation, 35. So yeah, it's still something I want to keep an eye on. I'm really hoping this was just going to go over water and miss everybody. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I would say if you're in the Oyster Creek, Seahorse Estates, Freeport, and Surfside Beach, anywhere in between there, you guys should just be ready just in case um, something was to drop. So I would already be in your safe space, just to be on the safe side. There's some lightning, not a whole lot that I'm seeing. Um, wonder if that's all right. So yeah, I would definitely be careful in this area. I'm not really picking up the 60-mile-hour winds. 40s. But I still want to keep an eye on this little area here. Again, we got about 50 minutes left. Um, 60-mile-an-hour winds. This is still for southwestern Galveston and southeastern Brazoria until noon. This is still moving very, very slow. So it unfortunately is going to take a little while to get out of the area. I am going to keep an eye on that one spot though. Okay. So as we keep an eye on that, come back over here and just kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. So we do have some storms off just above Dallas. Um, Mostly it just looks like rain at this point. Let's move to the Dallas Fort Worth area. It's moving very, very slowly. So I'm not really worried about that at this point in time. Now that could change. We do have um, a nice little cluster of storms over here to the far northeast, just outside of Missouri. This is going to be going up to from the northeast parts of Minneapolis all the way down to New Orleans and Jacksonville. I don't think Tampa's going to get this round. Um, but this storm line is just a lot of heavy rain, wind, flash flooding, most likely. But I'm not really seeing anything that's overly concerning at the moment. I hear to the west, we do have another little front going. Let's see. This is going to be by Seattle, Olympia. Let's go take a look. It is very windy. I'll say that out there as the camera's shaking. All right, let's see. And all these little green dots happen to be spotters that are out and about. Right now, there's a few down here in the Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area. We have a new scan, so let's go check out our severe thunderstorm again. Mm. Yeah, Emily, I'm not real sure why you don't have audio. It looks like it. Okay, so we'll see if that helps. Sorry about that, Emily. Let's see. Let's get back to this area. The storm is taking its sweet time on moving out. All right. Yeah, he's got 43 minutes left. So this one's going to be up here for a little while. Bear with me as I'm checking some settings real quick. Was a new radar scan. Yeah, I think what we may end up getting are going to be water spouts. I would much rather nothing at all. Yeah, so I do have a reading northeast of Bailey Prairie and west of Angleton, with some 50-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything of major concern at the moment, but we'll keep an eye on it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot that's super concerning. Wind speed wise, let's check to see if we can see possible rotation. I mean, it looks like the hook that I did potentially see fizzled out, which is good. Again, this is just taking a really long time to move out of the area. So you guys are going to have a lot of rain, a lot of flash flooding. So please be careful when driving. Um, Turn around, don't drown. Just because it looks like a little bit of water doesn't mean it's a little bit of water. And especially if you have flash flooding already in your area, structures like some bridges that have water over it can be damaged. So those are things that you just need to be careful about because sometimes you just can't see what's underneath that water. Yep, we got bear with me, guys. I'm working on. Yeah, what's going on? Once this kind of subsides, then we will be going looking at other areas and kind of trying to see what to expect. We got 34 minutes left on that one. So again, we're just gonna keep an eye on this one, just kind of see what it ends up doing. But I think it's safe to kind of move the area at the moment. I'm trying to get this adjusted, and it's not quite working for me. So I may just have to. Okay. Okay, play this. Sorry for the pause, guys. The storm is moving ever so slowly, trying to get out of town. Still keeping an eye on it. Mm. Mems, possibly Port Morris, looks like he may be experiencing some hail. Um, really big, but Seahorse Estates, Key Lark, Lazy Palms, even Treasure Island. You guys might as well, depending on how if it weakens or not. I think it's kind of spotty, so some areas are getting it while others aren't. I'm still looking for any possible rotations or areas that need to be of concern. Most of what I've seen has just kind of been cycling back in. So bear with us again as we right now we're working on multi-platform streaming. So these are just kind of like drop-ins whenever we get severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings, and then later we will be going live on TikTok since TikTok is still our main focus. Um, it eventually we will slowly start integrating things such as Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, all of those platforms. So this is just going to be an adjustment process. As everybody gets familiar with the programs and just kind of how everything works and getting it just set up. So please bear with us. Go to our YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook accounts. You can also do our personal. Um, Nathan Bell. Mine is Natalie Kreider. This way, you can go to Storm Master Weather Center, Storm Master 72, I believe it is, 92, on TikTok. and you'll be able to see those lives there. But we'll most likely be going live on TikTok later on. Yeah, so they did extend out that severe thunderstorm warning. For Brazoria and Galveston, Texas. And that is just a lot because of how slow this is moving. But yeah, we're just going to keep watching this area right now since this is where those two are. And then here in a minute, we'll go look at some other places. All right. Apologies for that, guys. So yeah, there's a flash flooding warning indicated for this area. Um, where is that? There it is. Okay, this is gonna go for Mims and Seahorse Estates. 227. See if there's anything else in here. No. See, Cox Lake. This is a road. Trail. I think it's a trail. Yeah, about 50, 55 miles an hour winds. Over here by Hoskins. Port Morris, you should be seeing some of that here soon. 227 as well. These are going to be some pretty heavy gusts. So we've got 18 minutes on the first thunderstorm warning, and then they did an extension for 48. The flood warning in Jackson and Calhoun, Texas should expire in about 3 minutes. The one that we're looking at here, Brazoria, Texas, yours should expire in about 2 hours. 2 hours. Excuse me. Oh, goodness, I have the hiccups. I'm actually going to go. I'm not. Actually, I'm not really seeing a lot of the comments. I'm not sure. Let's go check it out. Back over here in the meantime. So yeah, so this half of the storm over here by Treasure Island is slowly moving out of the area. Just a lot of rain, a lot of wind. That'd be my cats hissing in the background. So yeah, so that first severe thunderstorm warning should be popping off here shortly, and then the new one still has a little bit left to go. Bear with me while I try to get a better view on some of these things for you. So again, we have two severe thunderstorm warnings out for the same area with torrential possible, up to quarter size 1 inch hail with wind gusts around 60 miles an hour. One of them will be dropping off in about 12 minutes, the other in about 42. It is finally starting to move off. This thing has only been going about 5 to 25 miles an hour, which is not fast at all, because we're looking at two different parts of the storm. So this 5 miles an hour is just dragging itself out. So unfortunately, you're going to see a lot of rain accumulate. And unfortunately, that's just the way that cookie crumbles. Still looking to see. I don't see a whole lot coming through right now. Let me refresh this real quick. Yeah, so Bay City, you are pretty much out of this. Victoria, you too. A lot of this is officially moved out into the water. Our very slow 5 mile an hour severe thunderstorm warning is finally starting to make its way out to the water. Galveston, you're seeing some rain, wind as well. Sugar Island, uh, Lago City, like Lago City, I think that's how you say that. Sorry if I butchered the names. Port Arthur, you guys have some storms rolling through. Nothing major at the moment. The only two that we're looking at is down here by Lake Jackson, Treasure Island, and Angleton. So these are the two that we're watching. Now, there already has been a waterspout snap that was confirmed by authorities. Let's see if we can find that video. Okay, so I'm not as terribly concerned at the moment, especially as this moves up, which is nice. This will then be our next focus up here as the one moving out of Port Lavaca is moving out to the water as well. Looks like they just dropped one of those severe thunderstorm warnings, which is great. It means we've only got one left, and it's got 35 minutes on it. We've been going at this for about an hour and a half. I'm going to wait until this other storm, severe thunderstorm warning drops, as long as there's nothing else going on that looks concerning. Ending this live so that we can just keep track and monitor, and I can discuss with the team as to what's our plan. And then we should end up going back live later on TikTok. with any updates from that. June 1st, which officially makes it hurricane season, which I hate saying, especially with the fact that the coastline has been getting slammed. Texas all the way to Florida, Louisiana, all of them have been just getting hammered with rain and storms, and I absolutely hate seeing that. So I am hoping that this year will be kind and not be as destructive. Unfortunately, Mother Nature will do what she wishes. But our goal is to track and monitor and make sure that you guys are getting the correct information and the warnings as far in advance as we can possibly give. That gives you the best opportunity of being able to take shelter or find a safe location to be before that storm rolls in. Um, Making sure that you have an emergency plan put together that your family knows about. Um, Making sure you have all your essentials that you would need in the event, whether this be tornadoes, hurricanes, ice, blizzards, snowstorms, whatever, um, even fires. These are things that you should be prepared for and understand in your area where you're living, what those potential threats can be. So that this way you kind of have like a go bag. It has flashlights, it's got everything that you need. Put an extra pair of tennis shoes in there if you have to. But these are going to be things that you can have prepared, talk with your family, especially with your kids if you have any, and explain in the event that this happens, this is what we do, this is where we go, this is, how we protect and prepare ourselves. And the more that you prepare yourself ahead of time will make it, I wouldn't say less stressful, but a lot easier to focus and execute on because you have a routine, you have a drill that you are familiar with, so that you can put that plan into action, feeling like you're scrambling, if that makes any sense. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments and ask. We are still working on making sure that we can reach everybody. If your question has not been answered by the time that this live ends, then I will make sure that I go back through all of the streams, to review your guys' questions and answer them to the best of my ability in the meantime. And if I feel like we need to do another update, we will. Let's see, what do we got left here? 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes left. And it is currently 12 o'clock p.m., noon, here in Central Missouri, Central Standard Time. In the comments, because I'm located near St. Louis, Missouri, in the comments, if you don't mind just sharing where you're at. This way I can just kind of see where everyone is. Nate will most likely be on later today when we do our TikTok. So have no fear. I'm just filling in the meantime. Uh, but Nate will be back. So let's look at this. So yeah, Sugarland, Pearland, Texas City, Galveston. You guys should all be getting some rain right now. And going into it, I'm not again seeing anything that's overly concerning. We will watch as the storm moves into Houston. Um, it's something I want to keep an eye on just in case, considering that this area has had a lot of really bad weather as of late along this coastline, and they really don't need any more. To be honest, no one does. This year has been absolutely ridiculous. Okay, good news. We don't have to wait another 30 minutes. They removed that severe thunderstorm warning off of the Galveston, Lake Jackson area. So we just have a flash flood warning in that area near Lake Jackson. I'm going to continue to keep an eye on as these storms continue to move towards Houston. A lot of this is moving out to the water, which is really good. Um, let's see if there's anything else we need to focus on. So right now, I don't have any warnings. We will keep an eye on the Dallas Fort Worth area, the Houston area. Right now, there's just a long line of storms, just rain, lots of rain. Moving east. I do think there are a couple of areas that we're going to be watching later today, which is going to include the Dallas Fort Worth area, um, a lot of kind of the Midwest eastern side of the states. We'll have to kind of see how these storms work, how they plan out, um, just because of the mixture of low and high pressures. And when these storms are running into them or running along them, can affect how they behave, as well as the temperature in those areas. See if we can get any. No. Oh, well, that's looking at the ground. That doesn't help me one bit. Yeah, so just windy here in Rutherford County. Yeah, rain, cloudiness. I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of concern at the moment. Yeah, Lexington, Alabama, you've just got a lot of clouds and, rain passing through your area. Nothing to be overly concerned about. Let's see. Wisconsin, you just got rain and clouds. So that's a good thing. I mean, yes, we've had a lot of rain and a lot of flooding, but I would much rather just have some rain than, severe thunderstorms or tornadoes or anything like that. So later today, when we do go live on TikTok, Nate will just kind of recap on stuff and kind of give you a better idea of what to expect later today and into tomorrow. Once we get those reports, we officially have No severe thunderstorm warnings, no tornado warnings. We are just mostly flash flooding and thunderstorm watches. So unless those watches down here in Houston pick up and become something more, I think right now we're okay. Let me go see if we have any comments. Not all right, guys. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this. Um, you know, quite like how Nate does things. But right now we are good. We will continue to monitor and watch as a team to determine if there are any areas of concern later today. Please check out the YouTube, Facebook pages, as well as our personal channels. We also have a Twitch account that you can go to if you're looking at the YouTube channel. It's going to be Storm Master Weather Team. Twitch is going to be Storm Master 973, and you can find me Carter and Nathan Bell. That's correct. Yes. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy to answer your questions. Again, I am going to go through all of these channels that we've been streaming to try and answer any of the questions that may have been missed. Um, until then, um, as Nate would say, viewers first, science second. And I'm not the Storm Master, so I'm not going to say because the Storm Master said so, but he did say so. You guys have a great rest of your day, and if anything changes, we will be back. Thanks for watching.